Well, hello again, and welcome to another Friday morning. How y'all doing out there? Happy Friday, everybody. Although it may not mean as much to you as a normal Friday, because hopefully you've been off for a couple days now, or at least this is your second day off in a row, and hopefully you're enjoying it. I don't know. I have to work today. That's fine. No problem with that. It was my choice to work today. Do you have to work today? We respect you. Anybody? Hey, all the cast members, the team members, anybody who's out in the parks and has to work through all these holidays. Mad respect for you. Thank you so much for what you do, going to work while others get to go on vacation, go on and have some good times, have some play, have some fun. Mad respect for you who do that. Thank you so much. But no matter what you are doing today, whether you're at home relaxing, enjoying, whether you do have to go to work today, again, just nothing but respect for you. And thank you for doing whatever you're doing. And thank you for being along on this journey again of positivity that we like to try and do every single day on this show. And of course, for almost 6.5 years on our podcast. Thank you so much for being along on this journey. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you have a wonderful day? Hopefully it was filled with family, friends, of course, lots of great food. We had a nice low-key Thanksgiving here. We watched a little football. We watched a bunch of Mystery Science Theater 3000, which is a Thanksgiving tradition that we have loved for many, many years, and we'll continue to do that as well every Thanksgiving. We watched the Mary Poppins kind of behind-the-scenes thing that was actually broadcast on ABC the night before, but we watched it yesterday and really, really enjoyed it. And mostly we just kind of hung out and had a good time. Yes, we had some fantastic food, some really enjoyable food, and it was just a very good time. So yeah, that was yesterday. Hopefully your day was somewhat similar to that. Again, hopefully it was just filled with family. And no matter what you got going on today, hopefully it's another great day. So what is going on today? Well, of course, obviously, it is Black Friday. Are you getting out and doing some purchasing today? Are you buying Christmas gifts? Are you buying Christmas gifts for yourself? Holiday gifts, whatever it might be. Are you getting out and doing that? Are you doing it online? Are you going out to the stores? Whatever it might be, hopefully it goes smoothly for you. Hopefully it's not too crazy out there, but hopefully you score some pretty good deals. I don't think maybe Michelle might get out to a store today, but I don't think it's going to be anything significant. We may look for a few things online. Of course, there's Cyber Monday still coming out for some other deals as well. But we'll check it out and see what's going on, and maybe we'll find something to purchase today. Or, another thing you could do on this day, it is a national day for something. It is also National Buy Nothing Day today. So instead of going out and buying a bunch of, stuff for people or for yourself, whatever, hey, today is also a day to just, kind of stay away from that and just go ahead and buy nothing at all today. Or better yet, just go ahead and swing completely the opposite way. And rather than buying something, go out and donate something. Some of the clothes that you don't wear anymore, some of the goods that you have around the house that you don't use as much. Go on out there and donate it. It's that day for that kind of stuff today. So yeah, whether you're purchasing today for Black Friday or whether you're buying nothing today, today's your day. Today's your day, and it's all good. What else are we talking about? What else is going on this day? Well, how about this? You're welcome. That's right, because yesterday was Thanksgiving. Today is You're Welcomesgiving. Yeah, did you know that? That's interesting. Yesterday was saying thanks. Today is saying you're welcome. So you're welcome. And maybe you're going out and seeing Moana 2 today. What do you think? Have you seen Moana 2 yet? I've heard we're probably going to try and go see it this week. Probably not over this weekend, but maybe during this next week. I'm still excited to see it. Reviews have been a little mixed. I think most people say it's pretty good. It just maybe doesn't compare to the original, which is so amazing, but maybe it's not quite as good as that. But I've heard many people I respect, saying they enjoy it. And so we're looking forward to it. I always say, don't worry about what anybody else thinks about a movie. Go out and judge it for yourself. There's plenty of movies that people really, really dislike that I love dearly, and that's all good. It's all fine. Whatever you prefer is all amazing. Hey, Tony, good morning. Good to see you here. Seeing Moana 2 tomorrow. Good. Let us know what you think about it. Let us know what you think. Yeah, again, I don't think we're going to get out this weekend, but possibly sometime during next week. We're trying to figure that all out right now, but we're excited to see it. And then we need to figure out seeing Wicked, because we want to see that too, because we've heard great things about Wicked as well. But Moana 2 takes precedence because we love the characters. We love Moana, and I'm excited to see it. And again, don't care about what anybody else says about the movie. And again, I think it's mixed, and I think a lot of people still say they like it a lot. But I don't care. I'll judge for myself and what I feel about the movie. And I hope you do the same for anything you enjoy. What you enjoy doesn't need to be enjoyed by anybody else. It just needs to be enjoyed by you. And that's all good. That's all good. I'm very happy about that. What else are we celebrating on this day? Well, it is a very, Indigenous peoples based holiday weekend based on Thanksgiving and the Pilgrims and the Native Americans getting together and, kind of helping them share a bounty or whatever. And today is National Maize Day, which, yes, it's about the corn, it's about the maize, but it's also about celebrating the foods of Indigenous people. So today is a great day to kind of enjoy some foods that maybe some of the Indigenous people of this country enjoyed back in, history. So things like, freshwater fish, like salmon, trout, catfish, etc. Obviously some vegetables like squash, corn, zucchini, some other things like that, beans, all good things to enjoy today to celebrate National Maize Day and kind of, celebrate the amazing Indigenous people in this country for sure. What else are we celebrating on this day? Well, this one is extremely important to me, especially nowadays. It's always been important, but it's really important nowadays. Today is National Listening Day. And I feel like we as a people recently are doing too much talking and maybe not enough listening. It's easy to get out there and put out a bunch of noise, but not enough people are just sitting and listening to one another. And I feel like this is a great day to celebrate that. Just sit down and listen to what people have to say. And maybe you might understand a little bit more where they are in their world and where they are in their lives. I think it's a really good message to every once in a while, just sit back and just listen. Just listen and enjoy. And I'm guilty of this as much as anybody as I blab on this show, of not listening as much as I probably should, as much as we all should. But I think it's always something that we should celebrate and remember that it's good to just listen from time to time. And so today's a day to celebrate that. What are we talking about on this day in Disney history? I found this interesting. Well, did you see Minnie Mouse yesterday at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Can you believe it took us this long to get a Minnie Mouse balloon? I had no idea that we never had a Minnie Mouse balloon. I don't know what was going on with that. But I am so glad that we had a Minnie Mouse balloon finally show up on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, because love Minnie, and she deserves all the balloons. So I'm so glad. And look at her. She's adorable, as she always is. But also on this day, back in 1934, the very first Disney balloons made their way through New York on what was then the Macy's Christmas Parade. Of course, later it became the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But yeah, 1934, I think it was the 11th ever parade. Disney balloons made their debut. Mickey Mouse, Pluto. They had the Big Bad Wolf, one of the little pigs. I think Goofy. I couldn't find a picture of Goofy, the Goofy balloon from them. But I guess Goofy was one of them as well. But yeah, this started a long history of Disney balloons being part of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Also, this was interesting. Back in 2018, Mary Poppins Returns had its world premiere, not the wide release, but its world premiere at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. What do you think about Mary Poppins Returns? When it came out, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I enjoyed it. But it seems like over time, that people don't look on it in the same. I thought that most people enjoyed it when it came out, but you hear people talk about it now, they're like, "Oh, that wasn't that good." And I mean, yeah, you can't compare it to the original Mary Poppins. I mean, that is one of the greatest films of all time. But I thought it was really, really enjoyable film. I think it had, I mean, was it very similar to the original in many of its storytelling elements? Sure, 100%. But yeah, I thought the story still was great. I thought it was interesting. It was fantastic. I thought the music was very good. Not the Sherman Brothers, but it had those Sherman Brothers influences. I thought it was really, really enjoyable. Good, Tony. I'm glad you love Mary Poppins Returns because I do too. I do too. And I'm surprised. It still surprises me every once in a while. There's a couple films like that I'm like, people loved it when they came out. What has happened over the years that suddenly there's like this anti-feeling to them? Frozen 2 is one of those. It's like, what happened to Frozen 2? People loved Frozen 2 when it came out. And then suddenly people are like, it's not very good. I don't understand it. Hey, whatever your feeling is on any of these films, it's valid. I'm not going to tell you you need to love these films at all. But it just surprises me because I remember everybody being, we got lucky enough back when we were first, this was in the first year of doing this podcast. I was still working at the radio station at the time. So I had some access to some early screenings. I had got because of the fact that I was doing this podcast, I was doing some stuff for the radio station. We got to see Mary Poppins Returns like fully almost 2 months, I think it was, before it actually came out. And it was amazing. And we were like, oh, but we couldn't say anything about it on the podcast or anything. We just say, well, we got to see this thing, but we can't say one word about it. Eventually, there was social media wise, we were able to open it up and say something. And then of course, finally, once it came out in theaters, we were really able to do a real review of it. But that maybe is another reason why it's close to my heart. But I loved it. And of course, me and my man crush on Lin-Manuel Miranda, as we hashtag Year of Lin this year. Such a huge part of it. But yeah, I'm sorry to go on and on about Mary Poppins Returns. But yeah, on this day back in 2018, world premiere. And very happy about that personally. What else are we talking about on this day in regular history? Well, how about this? On this day, Pong debuted. Pong, the very first ever commercially successful video game, debuted. It was released, like I said, 1972. It was in a place called Andy Capp's Tavern in Sunnyvale, California, is where it made its debut. And video games have never been the same. It's so simple to look at now. I played Pong way back. Again, I'm dating myself, as I always do because I'm an old man. I played Pong when I was a kid. But it's like this classic game. And now, like, think about this, what you see on the screen here, and how games have evolved. Video games have evolved over the years. It's incredible. Even from when video games were and arcades were such a big thing, like in the 80s, how much games have changed. But yeah, Pong kind of started it all. It's amazing. Created by, I think it was one of the people that were behind Atari. Obviously, that's why Atari kind of was that first home system that really made it big. Pong was at home too. That's where I first played it. I didn't play it. I wasn't obviously going to Andy Capp's Tavern in Sunnyvale. I played it at home. I had a family member who had it at home and got to play it. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And now think about that. That's amazing. These simple little paddles and the little ball going across the screen. Kind of funny. Anyway, hey, if it's your birthday today, a very happy birthday to you. Here are just a few of the people that you celebrate your birthday with. Let's start with one of the most amazing and one of the saddest that we lost just a few years back. Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther, T'Challa himself. It's his birthday today. Would have been 47 today, born on this day in 1976. And this one hits close to me. I love Chadwick Boseman. I loved him in so many roles, but I mean, the Black Panther was he was so great in that. And I haven't heard anybody say nothing but kind words about what an amazing person he was to do all these Marvel movies when he was fighting cancer and still just be so wonderful and sweet about it. Just so many, I have nothing, just great things to say about Chadwick Boseman. But of course, Yeah, the Black Panther, but he also played Jackie Robinson in 42, the movie, Thurgood Marshall in Marshall. Just amazing roles, amazing actor, and his legacy should continue on forever and ever and ever. Love him. So glad that we're getting a Black Panther statue in the atrium for the Disney Destiny. I think that's a really nice tribute. But phenomenal actor. Here's just a few other people that you celebrate birthday with. Talk about a greatness. How about arguably the greatest ever baseball announcer? Now he's a Dodgers announcer, so as a Padres fan, but total nothing but mad respect for Vin Scully. One of the greatest to ever do it. He would have been 97 today. We lost him in 2022, just a couple of years ago. Born in 1927, but Vin Scully, amazing baseball announcer. Just the GOAT. Really, he was the GOAT for sure. Still is, even in his passing, still the GOAT. Someone else we lost a little bit too early. How about Gary Shandling? He would have been 75 today, born on this day in 1949. We lost him back in 2016. Of course, the Gary Shandling Show, the Larry Sanders Show. He was Senator Stern in a couple of Marvel movies, including Captain America, the Winter Soldier, a little bit of a Hydra sympathizer. He was a great comedian, great actor as well. How about Howie Mandel? Of course, one of the judges for America's Got Talent. Yeah, he was the host of Deal or No Deal. He turned 69 today, born on this day in 1955. Going back to Marvel, Don Cheadle. He turned 60 today, of course, Rhodey, but so many other great roles. Don Cheadle's done so many great roles throughout his career. Born on this day in 1964. And Anna Faris. I can't believe Anna Faris is 48. Look at her. I mean, I know this picture's a few years old, but there's no way she looks 48. She's phenomenal. Great actress. She was on Mom. She's done some other fantastic roles, Scary Movie, so many other great things. Born on this day, 1976. Happy birthday to all of them, and a very happy birthday to you if it is your birthday today, again, November 29th, 2024. All right, gonna get out of here, gonna start getting to work on a Friday. Hey, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day today, whether you're working, whether you're at home, whatever you may do, watching a little more football, just enjoying the day, out shopping. If everybody's out shopping, be courteous out there, okay? It can be a little crazy. Let's not get too carried away with your shopping, but really hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back tomorrow morning, again, back to the weekend schedule, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning to share some more smiles and some more positivity with you. Also, new episode coming out this weekend. I think, speaking of shopping, we're going to be talking all about Disney games, Disney coffee table books. Michelle's doing some interesting stuff. She loves all that stuff. She's looking into it, and she's going to have some really interesting thing to explore. So maybe there's a game, or maybe there's a coffee table book that you might have interest in, either gifting for yourself or gifting to somebody else this holiday season. We're going to go a little bit of that. It's our Hyperion Adventures Disney shopping guide. Not really, but just kind of some fun, and just a fun, interesting topic that hopefully we think you'll love. All right, wrapping it up. Have a great day, everybody. Remember, please share some kindness, share some smiles, and share some positivity. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. See you then. Have a magical day, everybody. Bye.